BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
Over 100 American leaders are set to descend upon the upcoming COP30 climate summit, signaling a powerful commitment from subnational entities despite the apparent absence of the Trump administration. Reports indicate that high-level representatives from the U.S. federal government will not be present at the crucial United Nations climate negotiations, a decision that has drawn considerable attention. This withdrawal by the national administration stands in stark contrast to the robust engagement from a diverse array of state and local leaders, who are actively championing their own climate initiatives and forging partnerships aimed at long-term economic development and a sustainable energy future. New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, speaking from a pre-COP30 summit in Brazil, emphasized the proactive approach taken by these subnational leaders. She articulated a vision where local action drives progress, irrespective of national policy fluctuations, and highlighted the enduring impact of commitments made today on the generations to come. Governor Grisham, alongside more than 100 other state and local officials, including Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers and Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, will be traveling to the summit. This significant delegation is organized by prominent subnational climate coalitions such as America is All In, Climate Mayors, and the U.S. Climate Alliance, bringing together a formidable force representing a substantial portion of the American population, economy, and greenhouse gas emissions. Todd Stern, a former special envoy for climate change under the Obama administration, characterized the collective effort of these subnational leaders as a friendly race to the top, where states are actively striving to reduce pollution while simultaneously bolstering their economies. Governor Grisham expressed her hope that this contagious spirit of climate action would spread. This surge in subnational climate leadership comes in the wake of recent elections across the United States, which saw considerable success for Democrats and progressives, with over 30 mayors who champion climate action securing victories. Gina McCarthy, a former climate advisor to President Biden and an environment chief under President Obama, noted this trend as a positive development. During a press conference, Governor Grisham provided an example of New Mexico's nuanced approach, detailing how the state has managed to increase oil and gas production while simultaneously reducing methane emissions by half. She described this as an all-of-the-above strategy, embracing both renewable energy and fossil fuels, a path that former President Donald Trump has previously eschewed. However, this approach contrasts with the urgent warnings from top United Nations climate experts who advocate for the rapid phase-out of fossil fuels. This divergence in strategy has been highlighted by youth-led activist groups, such as Fridays for Future NYC. Keanu Arpels Josiah of Fridays for Future NYC expressed excitement over the electoral success of figures like Zoran Mamdani in the New York City mayoral race, describing him as an eco-socialist who supports policies to eliminate fossil fuels from buildings and halt gas pipeline expansion. Arpels Josiah noted that Mamdani's stance stands in opposition to many Democratic governors who, while claiming climate leadership, continue to promote fossil fuel development within their states. Arpels Josiah plans to attend COP30 and intends to showcase Mamdani's victory as evidence of American readiness for true climate justice-aligned policy that actively moves away from fossil fuel extraction. At COP30, the international community will convene to discuss the implementation of the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement, an accord from which the United States withdrew under the Trump administration earlier this year. In the lead-up to the negotiations, U.S. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum's visit to the world's second-largest offshore oil field in the United Arab Emirates has been interpreted as a signal that international climate efforts are not a primary focus for the current federal administration. Despite the federal government's apparent disengagement, concerns persist that officials may attempt to influence or impede climate action from afar. While The Guardian has reached out to the White House for comment, former envoy Todd Stern remains confident that any potential attempts to derail the climate agenda will ultimately be unsuccessful. Stern stated that while it remains uncertain whether intervention will occur, he believes that participating nations will likely pay little heed to such efforts. given their collective commitment to the agreement and their intent to remain a part of it. The global consensus and the shared commitment to tackling climate change are expected to outweigh any disruptive maneuvers.